This island is in the middle of the ocean, hundreds of kilometers away from any other land, and yet somehow plants have managed to wriggle their way onto it and form an actual ecosystem from bare rock. And today, we're going to find out how they get here. First of all though, let's look at the mainland. It's beautiful, isn't it? This is a retreating glacier, which, as it melts, leaves behind bare rock, which is a perfect substrate for ecological succession to begin on. Which is why it doesn't stay bare for long, and species from the surrounding communities can quickly spread onto the rock. I mean, they're right next to each other. It's really, really easy. And volcanic islands aren't so different. It's bare rock, perfect for succession. The only issue is that there aren't any close by land communities for the plants to come from. Instead, the organisms that germinate here travel huge distances before settling and growing. And that travel to the island is done in three main ways that I want to talk about. Small seeds and spores can be carried for thousands of kilometers by wind over oceans, like how sand is blown from the Sahara Desert to the Amazon rainforest. And the main organism that spreads this way, that's important to us, is lichen. And if you watched my previous video about succession, of which this is kind of a sequel to, then you'd understand why lichens are so important. So I'd recommend checking it out after this one. But first, please like and subscribe. Lichens aren't actually plants, but instead an epic team-up of fungi and either algae or cyanobacteria, and they spread in three main ways. Either through asexual reproduction, where the lichen clones part of itself and the wind carries small sections that break off, or sexually, where the fungi part of the lichen produces spores that are really light and able to easily travel on the wind. And then once they reach the island, they associate with another type of algae, or cyanobacteria, and form a new colony. The wind also carries larger seeds and plants in another, less direct way, in the form of waves. You see, waves are actually created by the friction between blowing wind and the surface of water, and plants like mangroves, which I have a full video about, and coconuts are spreading by these waves. Coconuts kind of act like natural floats. They are these huge, buoyant seeds, and thanks to that, they can bob around on the ocean for long periods of time before washing up on shores and beginning to grow. It isn't just the wind and waves though. For seeds that are too heavy to travel by wind and not fit to float on water, they're able to travel in my favourite way by far, using animals, thanks to some special adaptations. Epizookery is where seeds attach themselves to animal fur or feathers, or to clothes, and are carried elsewhere until they fall off and then can grow in a new location. For remote islands, the animal of choice are migratory or seabirds that can carry the seeds on their feathers until they find a nice place to rest or land, where the seeds will then fall off and germinate. But they also carry more seeds inside of them. I mean, why just drop seeds when you can also give them just a little bit of fertilizer? Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's horrible. Ugh. Endozookery is where seeds are transported by animals that eat them. The best example being, birds eat fruit, bird flies to island, bird poops, seeds from fruit are in said poop, and the guano, which is bird poop, acts as a really good fertilizer for the seeds, which is important for succession where there isn't a lot of readily available nutrients. I need to go wash my hands. If you want to know what happens after the plants get here, then check out my last video about ecological succession. This video is actually a follow-up to that one, as I realised I left out this pretty important part, which a lot of people noticed, so I hope this makes up for that little mistake. Thank you very much for watching, and extra thanks to my patrons who make these videos more possible. I really hope you all learned something, and hope you have a great day. Stay curious. Right, this is what you get for pooing on me. Silly bird.